Hi there. So I get a lot of questions on the channel about what particular optic setup I'm running, why it is, and I'll go into why. So I'm trying to save up for the GBRS Hydra mount, but it's $350, and I'm still working on getting that. But for now, I have a substitute, and this way I can dive into the hype of the Hydra mount, and that is it worth hyping over it? Certainly. This is the best ever mounting solution ever, second only to the GBRS Hydra. And it's not because I just mine and mimic their techniques, but this is absolutely the best setup out there besides the Hydra. And I know that having an extra tall mount makes it good for certain types of situations, but I decided to go with that additional high bore offset to go and install my own custom buttstock riser. And for that, I would have a very solid, like they say, oh, you need a cheek weld or anything like that. But no. You just need to just raise your comb of your buttstock to go match for your very tall optic. Now, what is the philosophy behind this particular setup over here? Well, this over here is an ultimate operator setup. It's super CAG. And with this, if one sighting system fails, I'll have another one and another one to back it up. Now, what is this? So, say I have my primary aiming solution over here, which is a tall cantilever mount pushed far backwards for additional field of view, I think. And on top of that, I have a tall mount on a Picatinny mount, which gives me a very, very, very good 4.5 inches height over bore, which makes it the ultimate CQC weapon. I got my tall mount over here, and then I got my other mount over here, so I have two reflex sights, and I can even see both at once and aim the target and get twice as much accuracy. That's a pretty novel concept. But what happens if I get an EMP and then my sights fail? Well, I got my carry handle sight and my backup iron sights. So I can just go do this and deploy my flip-up sights. So I can look through the rear backup sight and the front backup iron sight, or if my rear sight fails, I can look through the carry handle and my front post. And if I have a missing front sight, then I can have my rear sight and looking through my carry handle. And this offers an extremely natural shooting position. So that makes it the ultimate CQC weapon, but also good at super long ranges. That way you can look at a hostage target and then just aim any sort of sight out there, shoot your your high risk target, and achieve perfect accuracy. What about if you're cross-eye dominant? Fair enough. This rifle would cover it all. So, say you're right-handed and you're left-eye dominant, or you're you're left-handed and right-eye dominant. Well, you can go and, especially for those very intensive shots, you can go and tilt the rifle and look through your opposite eye of your hand. Who cares about having the bore be off-center? This is great. And I can have a very natural shooting position over here. So, and who cares about actually training? Like either, if I'm left-eye dominant and I'm right-handed, just shoot left-handed for rifles, or shoot right-handed and then just move it over to my dominant eye. Like top operators such as Jeff Gurich in U.S. Army Special Forces, or Larry Vickers of Delta, who would shoot just like that. That's nonsense. You can just get around with the Hydra mount or my ingenious aiming solution over here. So, what about other use cases? There are several. One of which would be, say, having different zeros so you can aim at your far target and your close target and not have to worry about holds. That would be super good. Another thing that is good about this particular build over here is that it can clear for wearing night vision devices or gas masks, which absolutely cannot do or handle at all with a 1.73 or lower 1/3 mount. No, you absolutely would need a Hydra mount or the super duper tall mount over here. Okay, some other use cases about it. This sort of rifle, I think that getting this or shelling out the 350 for the Hydra mount is, I think it's something that I should do, and it's something that you should do. And I highly recommend it and accept no substitutes. Especially since with a Hydra mount you can attach your, like have a very, very solid mount to the upper receiver and then attach your $50 knockoff PEC box and worry about, we'll never lose zero. Like, it's not like, spending a bunch of money on a Holosun Iris or a Laser Speed or any decent lamb out there, or a Maul or a Gray Market PEC. No, you just need the Hydra mount. It will solve all your issues out over here, especially for a rifle like this with a full-length handguard, or even a government rifle with a 7-inch handguard. The Hydra mount fixes all the problems. Let's go do some shooting drills. Okay, let me go show with science why the GBRS Hydra and other tall mounts are superior to jack-of-all-trade rifles like this one, where we have a jack-of-all-trades rifle where you have a 14-power scope, a sniper scope, with a 14.5-inch carbine, which should cover shoot house distances and contact distances all the way out to 700 yards. But this rifle I don't think is good, and every rifle needs to be a CQC weapon. And I'll go prove it with science using a shot timer. I'll do a drill with a part time of 3.5 seconds. Let's go do the drill, and let me show you why the Hydra is absolutely the best. You see, I didn't even get 2 shots off, and my first took 1.74 seconds just to do a first shot. That's extremely slow. And this demonstrates why the regular low mount or jack-of-all-trades rifle is extremely slow. Yeah, so I got a 1.74 seconds over here, and it took a very long time. My split was 1.98 seconds, almost a split time of 2 seconds. That's extremely slow. That's not good. Okay, different rifle. Here we have our tall mount. This includes the Hydra mount. And I'll demonstrate why this is superior in both speed and accuracy, especially in close quarters combat. Because every rifle needs to be a CQC rifle. Let me go do the same drill again. Part time, 3.5 seconds with a shot timer to let me prove it with science. That is extremely fast and extremely accurate. That is extremely fast and extremely accurate. We got ourselves a split time of 0.16 seconds. Our first shot done in 0.71 seconds. And we've done an entire 29 rounds at 2.74 seconds. So, this absolutely proves that the GBRS Hydra is superior as a mount for every single purpose. Now, with the Hydra mount, you know that it's with the best because it's developed for the best and they know what they're doing. They're great folks to work for, and I hope they hire me. This is absolutely the best thing, and I should be hired for this ingenious design. Thank you for watching.